extracting information from a table. We're gonna talk about how we can do this. So let's create a variable. Maybe this variable table n. So the variable table n is the variable that I wanna all the data from the table or the file I want to extract from will be n. So it's gonna has all the data from any variable I wanna extract from it. So what's the function that can do this for me? It's read table, and as I said, read table is, or like MATLAB function in general, is very straightforward. So read table to extract data from a specific table, and I open brackets, then a string, and then I can see MATLAB give me options of the files that are available or capable of extracting data from. So ocean measurements, and if we can see here, this is the folders that the MATLAB code is inside, and also I have the table right there. So make sure if you want to extract any file, you have to put the file in the folder you are making the MATLAB code from. So right now, if I press run, so all the table now got extracted, and table n has everything with every variable right there in front of me. So I extract all the data from this file to MATLAB so I can reuse it if I want. But let's, if you guys realize this all string or maybe error NaN like is not available. So what if I wanna start from here, like when we're starting actually like numeric values, and I wanna skip all of this. This like another function, it's called NumHeaderLines. NumHeaderLines is just a function that gives me the ability to skip rows that maybe not necessary, not useful, and I'm gonna start from row number 8 for instance. So like row number 8, so I'm gonna skip for me 5. Like let's try 5 first and see what we will get. So I wanna skip the first 5 rows. So right now we can choose the size. Does it changes? Number of row does it change because it cut. So 3 more. Okay, so let's just try now number 8. Also instead of 31 now it become 28. So here we go. So if I skip the 28, now it start, it puts the, instead of variable it put all the labels, and we start from the row that has an actual like numeric values. So this is very important. If your table, you know that there is some data that is unnecessary, or maybe you want to start from a specific point in your data, like NumHeaderLines is the function that allows you to do so. So far so good. Okay, let's keep moving. So what if I want to extract like columns? Like what if I want to extract like maybe this column, like depth column, alone without having the entire table for myself? Like I want to create variable that just includes this, all this data, all this column without the entire table. What should I do? So as I said, I have to name the variable first. So okay, we decided 7, which is depth. So let's call this depth. So in order to extract, I must have the source that the data is inside. The source that the data is inside is table n. Depth is inside table n. So I have to get the source, which is table n. And what I will do, this curly brackets. It's just shift and press on the curly brackets and you're gonna see it. This I would say this is my curly brackets are my cutting tools. Cutting tools because this is how you can use it for extraction. So and then let's So the first space before the comma is for rows. The second space after the comma is for columns. So the semicolon in the first space, this means I want to select all the rows in column in the column number 7, which is this is the column depth is inside. So if we can see, he like MATLAB suggested this is rows, so the rows is semicolon, and then the variable I can choose whether I want like depth from here, or I can just choose, if I don't have to write it copy paste, I can just choose number 7. So, and I would recommend like choosing number 7 because like depth is like small and capital, and if you missed at any letter it's gonna give you an error. So right now if I press run, I have the depth has all the values with all the rows, but it's just the column number 7, which is depth. Okay, let's try this with maybe, let's choose another column, maybe Salinity. Okay, so you guys, it's gonna be the same sequence, so please feel free to pause the video and try by your own. So Salinity, same sequence. Where is my source, which is table in? My cutting tools, curly brackets, select all rows. Okay, Salinity I can whether choose from here, or I can just write number 13, semicolon. I got Salinity as well. Okay, now what if I wanted to integrate two columns together? What this means, like, what if maybe column number 9 and 10, both are ODO, which I believe it's dissolved oxygen, but whatever, like one is saturated, other one is local, so it has a relation to each other. So what if I wanna represent both in just one variable, because both are related to each other? What should I do? So I can write OTOs equals same sequence. So I want my resource, my cutting tools, semicolon, and then this was row number 9 and 10. So right now I write all rows. Now I'm in the column space, so from 9 to 10. What does this mean, 9 to 10? So 9 semicolon to 10 means I want 9 and 10. What if it's 9 to 15? So I want all the columns from 9 to 15. So it's gonna give me 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is what it means. So if I wanna like just the first and second row, I can write here first and second row. And it's gonna give me just the first two rows. But if I select semicolon, it select all. Same thing in the column. So right now, I do expect this variable to have two columns, not just one. And as we can see in the size, there is two columns. Here we go. So I did extract two columns in just one variable.